Hi, I just want to do a quick screen share here for you to show you how I would run through extracting the data from the Toxic Release Inventory Explorer at the Environmental Protection Agency. And so I'll make this as quick as I can. So we want to select the state or county. I'm looking at the TRI Explorer screen here, obviously. Select Illinois, and selecting from our list of counties, we'll just go ahead and select Cook, since we're kind of familiar with that. And I'm going to click the longitude, latitude, click the longitude, latitude button. And I think we're ready to go. All chemicals, all industries. There are some other selections there. I would take a look at those, make sure you understand what you're selecting as you do that, or if you do that. I'm going with all chemicals, all industries in Cook County in 2020, Cook County, Illinois. So we generate the report very quickly. It generates, you can see it's a huge report with 100 facilities listed here. Some of them not, releasing much, but getting down near zero towards the bottom of this list of 100 facilities. And then there's the at the bottom of the list, there's the dioxin-like chemicals, very toxic, extremely toxic, hazardous chemicals. And so one thing that we want to do is we want to go up to the top here at the start and make sure we're looking at the largest on-site releasers. And so here are the top 100 on-site releasers. And you can see it comes out to about 2.4 million pounds. Go down to the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and download this report. It'll download as a CSV, and I'm going to put it on my desktop. And it's just this fact release. I'll call it Cook 2020 TRI. So it's going to be an Excel table. Save, there's the download. I see it down in my tray. It's downloaded very quickly. It's not a huge file. And we'll open this file in Excel. And you can see there's a lot going on here. And these are listed with all of the individual chemicals. So a couple things I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and delete this first row. There we go. And then a few more here. And I'll delete those. And so you can see now I've just got the header row and then the facilities and all the chemicals. Now I would probably save this to my desktop again. And I would call this, my backup, in case, I want to go back to this for some reason. And then I'm going to go back to my desktop and open the original file that I was working on here. And so I'm going to, again, delete a few rows. I think I may have backed up a little too far here. Delete a few rows, just starting out. And then I'm going to do a, you can see now I have a header row. So this is my header. And I'm going to do after I've done that, I'm going to do a custom sort. And there we go. Custom sort, and I'm going to sort. So now I'm going to do a custom sort. And when I do a custom sort, I want to make sure that I check the box that my data has headers. And so I'm going to sort by the row number, which is a sequential number that each facility has. You can see with all the chemicals listed underneath it. And so when we sort by the row number, because there's no value in the for row number in the chemicals that are listed under each facility. When I do that sort, you can see it pushes all the chemicals. This is why it's good to save that, that other copy, pushes all the chemicals generally to the bottom. And so we can real quickly select all of those rows that we don't really want in this table, although we do have the backup table. And I'm going to delete all of those rows. Then go, you can see now I just have my 100 facilities with total on, off, and on and off site. And there's a funny thing that happens if you have any dioxin chemicals that are being released. You have you can wind up with some values in here that are kind of spurious for our needs. So you can see there's a couple of extra values under, these are dioxin values that get thrown into this list. And so these are firms that are releasing dioxin. So we're going to worry about that some other time. Dioxin is something we are concerned about. Certainly the EPA is concerned about it because they look at such minor amounts of it, tiny little amounts. But I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that data. You can see there are a couple of these firms that are releasing dioxin, and they get thrown in with this list. So I'm going to get rid of those rows. You can see there are extra ones, and there's a couple extra twos here also. There were just a couple firms that were listed as releasing dioxin, very small amounts of dioxin. We're concerned about every molecule of dioxin, but we're going to get rid of those rows for our data set here. So now you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on down to the top 100 firms. Now I'm going to do some other minor changes here. I'm going to get rid of some of the funny characters and spaces. So I just enter a row there in that. This one here, I'm just going to call this on-site. And this one, I'm just going to call it off-site. And I'm going to call this one total, just to get rid of all the spaces and characters that might cause problems in just about any database management system. So got that done. I'm going to save it as a CSV, you can see, and we're done with this table. It's pretty much ready to go. We have our latitude, longitude coordinates, our on-site, off-site if we wanted to use that for any reason, and our total, which is the summation of these two values, on-site and off-site. We're mostly concerned on the on-site because we're looking at Cook County, and these are the ones that are being released in Cook County. A lot of these off-site values go out of county. Certainly, many of them go out of state. I'm not really sure where they're going, but most of them are going out of county. Virtually all of them are going out of county. So there we go.